What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Today, we are going to talk a little bit about all of this stuff that we have going on today with the feds and the rate increases and things like that. So, you know, uh, let's uh, let's get right into it today, guys. Um, as you guys can see, um, we currently are looking at the pre-markets at this point. Um, all we can do. Um, it looks like everything's in the green, and that's a good thing to start the day. And looks like we are currently sitting on the Dow. We're like plus 91 points. The S&P plus 9, and the Nasdaq plus 7, and looks good. Looks good to start the day. That tells me that if the Feds raise interest rates 75 basis points, that the market has priced that in already, and I do believe that the Fed will raise interest rates to 75 basis points today. The reason that I believe that is because if they would have won 100 basis points, I believe that there would have, that there would have been a leak that came out from the Fed to notify the markets that it was going to take that step for 100 basis points. So green tells me that no leak, none of that. So 75 basis points is where we're going to go. But what I want you guys to be aware of and really watch is this statement right here. The Fed is expected to raise rates by basically 75 basis points, 3/4 of a point. But what is said could matter more. So Powell is going to have a press conference after they announce the raise of the interest rates. What he says about how the market is moving forward will be more crucial to the actual market and crypto market than the actual 75 basis points that he's going to move ahead. Because what he says in his press conference will let you know how the market is going to move forward. And the market and the crypto market are always forward looking, not backwards looking. So you've seen that big decline in the crypto market with ETH and everything and all the rest of the altcoins and meme coins because they were pricing in this 75 basis points increase. So they're forward looking. So if he comes out with some negative statements and really talks about the market going in a negative direction, you'll see the market come back in and start to price that in early. So this is what you guys have to watch out for today, I believe. The rate hikes will be announced 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Press conference to follow. So this is really pay attention to what the press conference says. What he says in the press conference does he have a positive outlook on the market, or does he expect to have to come back into the market and even go a little bit harder than what he's actually went this time, or is there an extended period of time that he's looking at raising interest rates? The reason that this is something that everybody's watching and important is because inflation right now is at 8.3%. Powell has stated that around 2% is where he wants it to be. So something's going to have to give, whether that's the interest rates or whether that's inflation correcting itself, which we all know is a long shot, but something's got to give. And how far can you raise interest rates? How far can you go up? That's the question. Especially when you get up here to the top of the screen and you look at mortgage demand rises. even amongst these interest rates, for the first time in 6 weeks. So the interest rates are designed to squash big spending, houses, cars, things like that. And then you have breaking news where mortgages are actually on the increase this week, over the 6 week time period. So, you know, are we doing what we're intended to do? I don't know. We have to see. That's a longer look. And that is why um, it's important to listen to what Powell says after the 2 o'clock release of the rate increase, which I believe will be 75 basis points. If it is 100 basis points, expect the market to react. Expect a big downturn. I doubt it. There's a very small chance that you will see a 100-point basis rate increase, very small. So let's take a look and see how the overall crypto market's reacting to what they believe is coming and what they've priced into the market already. We're still sitting at about 924 billion total market cap, roughly about the same as we were yesterday. Not a real big influx in money and people putting money back into the market. I think everybody for the crypto market is kind of in a wait and see mode at this point. They're still a little scared. So go ahead and look. Bitcoin is hovering. They're hovering around that 19.1 level right now, but it's been high 18s, low 19s all night last night, early this morning. So that's where it's kind of hovering, and I think that's probably what everybody would have estimated, given the state of where we are today, and trying to figure out what Powell's going to do. Ethereum sitting right around that 1344 level. It's been 1344. It's been 1341 today. So it's sitting around that 1300 and a half level for about the past 24 hours. You can see it's just 0.47% increase, over the last hour, and just a negative 1.13%, which is about even over the past 24 hours. So it's been hovering right here for a little while. So this is kind of what you would expect on the heels of some news that we're a little bit uncertain about, is that everything would level off. Our friend BNB, who is probably the most stable over this whole craziness that we've been in the crypto market, it's almost exactly even over the last hour, and it's running with the same with Ethereum, about 1.2% over the last 24 hours. XRP, guys, this thing is kind of the one coin that is moving in the market, based on the news that the SEC and Ripple are getting close. I believe we are getting close to the judge making a decision. I believe Ripple will win this case. The judges, the SEC and Ripple both file papers to say, you have enough information, judge. Can you make a decision for us before we go to trial? The SEC does not want this to go to trial. And Ripple's kind of forcing that. And it's a good thing. If Ripple wins, this is a good thing for the crypto market, guys. It's a win for crypto. If they lose, it is definitely a loss for crypto. And as we talked about yesterday, the SEC is trying to say that they own Ethereum, in all the assets that go with it, that they control all that. So I believe if Ripple wins this case, you'll see that story kind of fade away a little bit, but that's yet to be determined. But XRP is on the move, guys. We all kind of knew it was going to be on the move as this case gets closer and closer to the end. and I don't think it's done moving yet. I think when the final decision comes down and it's actually done, you'll see it move a little bit more. Matic, 73 cents right now. It's been hovering around at 73, 75 cents for the last 24 hours, as you can see from the stats here. It's been pretty consistent in that range. Depending on the news today, you'll see all these altcoins go up or down, depending on what Powell does and how he reacts to the press conference. The market will react positively or negatively to that. We talked about this yesterday, guys. If 75 basis points, you'll see a little dip and a quick recovery. And 100 basis points, you'll see a dip and a who knows when recovery. This is exactly what's playing out, is exactly what we talked about for the past week or so. So, we're right on track. FTX, I have some news with FTX and Binance coming up here shortly. We'll get into that, but their token is their token. They don't really have a lot of utility with that token, so it kind of just stays flat. My buddy Flo, it's sitting right around that 166 level. It's been pretty stable for a while. It's between that $1.68 and $1.70 something. It floats between there. It's been up as high as $2, but it's been floating pretty good. But overall, guys, the crypto market is hanging in there with this big news, which is a welcome sight. I think 75 basis points is where we're going to go. I think the market has already priced in the 75 basis points, which is why you see the market kind of flat right now. And believe it or not, guys, flat is good when these things happen. But keep in mind that we are watching that press conference to see where the market actually goes based on what Powell says. So you could either look for an afternoon pump or you can look for the afternoon decline, but keep your ear to the ground so you know what's coming your way, so you're not getting blindsided by anything that's coming. So let's get into some news, guys. The U.S. government may ban algorithmic, I can't say that this morning, stable coins. We all know with the collapse of Terra Luna that these stable coins are unstable, basically. And it looks like the U.S. government is stepping in to ban these stable coins because, quite frankly, guys, in my opinion, they're just not stable. We've seen how they can be manipulated with Terra Luna, and we've seen how these stable coins can basically bring down a market, guys. So looks like the U.S. government kind of figured that this was coming. Everybody's kind of talked about it a little bit. We kind of figured it was coming. This isn't a surprise, but as you can see, the government is stepping in now, and they're saying, let's take a look at these algorithmic stable coins, and we'll basically go ahead and rid them out of trading here in the U.S. I can't say that I disagree with this move. Terra Luna hurt a lot of people, and the stable coin basically became unpegged. And when your stable coins become unpegged, then they're basically worthless, and that's what Terra Luna showed us. A couple other stable coins became unpegged, but were able to repeg themselves. But the fact that unpegging mechanism is still there and still a possibility puts a lot of people's money at risk. And this isn't necessarily a bad move, in my opinion. New York judge demands Tether to provide USDT backing. The they want to prove that the USDT that you hold in your wallet, right now, which people do, is one of these things where it's backed by something. So much like we just talked about them stable coins that are connected and pegged, the government wants to make sure that the USDT is backed by a legitimate source, and that if people cashed out, that there's enough money there for people to actually get their money, and for USDT not to tank on people. And the judge wants to see the proof, and I think as crypto holders and investors who rely on USDT to be a stable coin for them should want to see the backing as well. You want to know that your money's safe. You want to know that USDT has enough reserves to pay you out when it's time for you to cash out. And this is something that, when you look at this, it looks like the United States government is going after stable coins first, which, lets us know that they're looking at crypto. Regulations coming. Regulations shouldn't scare anybody. These are the steps that they're taking to make sure that, this new money that we need to come in is feels good about coming in. And a lot of it has to do with these stable coins and making sure that they're doing exactly what they should be doing, and that's being stable. And USDT's got to show proof that they have enough money to back up what they're giving out, and the judge has ordered that from them. So we'll keep our eye on this and see where this goes. Crypto.com extends support for the Terra Luna Classic tax burn. It's been a hot topic lately, guys. I am invested in Terra Luna Classic. I don't cover it a lot because I think a lot of YouTubers out there cover it a lot and give a lot of hopium to people. And right now, there's a lot of things with Terra Luna Classic that's up in the air. And one of the things that's up in the air is this burn, and how exchanges are going to carry out the burn, and who's going to pay for the burn, and how all this stuff is done. And Crypto.com says that they're going to support the burn here, the 1.5% burn on the exchange. So that's a good thing, because now Terra Luna Classic has a big player that actually comes out and supports the burn. Binance is still up in the air on whether or not they're going to support the burn. Sounds like CZ wants some more clarification about who's actually going to pay for the burn, the taxes and the burn. And, this is one of them ever evolving things. And this is yet to be determined about how many exchanges will jump on board and do this. So I think this thing evolves by the hour, by the minute, and sometimes by the day. But Crypto.com extending support for the tax and burn is actually a good thing for Terra Luna Classic, because Crypto.com is a pretty big exchange. So if they're on board, maybe some other centralized exchanges will feel a little bit more comfortable you jumping on board as well. Another big thing that happened just yesterday in the crypto market is Binance and FTX reportedly both placed bids for Voyager of upwards of 50 million. So Voyager right now, as we know, they declared bankruptcy. They got caught in the whole Three Arrows Capital deal. Basically, a whole bunch of people has a whole bunch of assets locked up on Voyager that they cannot access. They cannot utilize their assets. And this goes back to the old not your keys, not your crypto um, analogy. And but it looks like the two big players in the crypto market, who have the most money to throw around at these things, Binance and FTX, both put in some substantial amount of bids for Voyager. This should be good news for the Voyager holders that have their crypto currently locked up on that exchange. That you have two big players that are really trying to buy you out of bankruptcy, which should allow for your crypto to be unlocked once that acquisition is complete. And whoever gets it, Voyager will be in good hands with Binance and FTX. Both are pretty stable exchanges with a lot of money to back them up, a lot of assets to back them up. So, the 50 million though, guys, price tag is big. So it looks like it's either going to be, it may be Binance or FTX that ends up owning Voyager. So the Voyager holders should be um, pretty happy about that. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of our meme coins that we like and that we can talk about updates on and things like that. Um, the recovery from the 75 basis points being priced into the market. The meme coins are still recovering from that. You can see though that they're starting to level off with the market. You have Koa Combat here, who MMA based token with a nutritional supplement line, and also some pay-per-view MMA stuff, and getting ready to come out with a betting platform. So they're building in this bear market, but their price action is sitting at 10.06903, pretty level, pretty stable over the past 24 hours. So yeah, you're only looking at about a 2% decline over the last 24 hours. But you look at this week, it's at 9.7, and that's that whole Ethereum drop, over in here, and actually over in here. I'm sorry. So you look at this whole Ethereum drop really affected your meme coins, and Co is no different. So they're recovering. They're recovering from that. Um, take a look at next. Let's go ahead and take a look at Volt. One of my favorites, guys. Volt. Volt's gonna do Volt things. And right now it's sitting at 6.08570, which is up about 10% over the last 24 hours and down about 7% over the last week. But Volt's gonna do Volt, guys, and Volt runs. Their community is strong. These down markets never seem to be too down for Volt. They always seem to bounce back relatively quickly. So Volt, as you can see, they're buying this Ethereum dump from a couple of days ago. They're buying that right back up, guys. So the Volt army is really really on this, and they're taking advantage, and new people are taking positions. And older people are strengthening their positions on this Ethereum dump. But Volt's gonna be Volt, guys, and they're moving back to the upside. Let's go ahead and look at Terrarium. Again, you look at Terrarium, they kind of, same thing as Koa. They had this Ethereum dump, same thing as Volt, no different. Charts no different. You look at you're looking at 9 zeros, 8462. A little bit below, I believe launch price was around 85, if I'm not mistaken. So they're sitting a little bit lower than that. But basically right there. Over the past 24 hours, they're down 1.4%. And over the last week, it looks like they're down 14%, which is about in line with everybody else from the all the rest of the meme coins during this Ethereum dump. So, Terrarium is kind of hanging right around this 8485 level. They've been hanging out here for the past couple days. They are going to say that they're going to launch their centralized exchange in November. We'll see. How that goes. Hopefully, it goes off without a hitch and everything's fine. But we'll see. There's not a lot of information out there for the holders on that and where they're going to launch and how they're going to launch. So it's one of them things where we're in a wait and see. MetaMonkey AI, my favorite meme coin project right now. I don't mind all the lines. These are my lines. But it looks like they're sitting at 303433. Launch price was 3.5. So again, they're sitting a little bit below launch. Brand new token, guys. They came out and then they were a subject of the Ethereum dump. Which affected them guys pretty bad. So they are still working. They're on their way to Korea to look at the labs, the Ennis labs that they're working with to develop technology. We're going to see pictures over there. I believe Austin's going to live stream from over there if he can. So they're still building. Wallets coming out. The Pure Wallet's coming out, which is the online offline wallet. And let me just check because there was something that was released late yesterday about the Bitmart listing. Yes, Bitmart's going to go live on 9/23/2021. 22. I'm sorry. Damn, if I knew what year it was, it'd be all right. So that's when trading is going to become available on Bitmart. Big listing for them. And so on 9/23, Bitmart will become active trading platform for MetaMonkey. So that's some big news, big deal. So they still do have Probit they're listed on, waiting for the release date of Probit. But that's coming. Obviously, you stagger them so you don't get them all at once and then nothing. So, you got Probit coming at some point. You're listed on LBank. You're listed on BKEX, and now Bitmart starting on the 23rd. And basically, this project is only 14 days old, maybe 13 to 14 days old, maybe. So, they're doing big things. They're coming out with a wallet. So utility is here. It's coming soon. And you look at it in centralized exchanges, 3 of them in less than 20 days since launch. Big deal there. Let's check in on ApeCoin, who's been performing well during this whole ETH dump and basically downturn in the market. ApeCoin sitting at $5.76. It's down around 1%, about even over the past 24 hours, and it's up around 13% over the past week. So when everybody else was on a downturn, Ape was maintaining and actually growing in this market. So, and they are attached to Ethereum as well. As you can see, they're an Ethereum-based token. So as Ethereum was dumping, Ape was actually rising, uh, which sets up to let people know that, if Ape can do this as Ethereum's dumping, imagine what it's going to do when Ethereum's rising. So there's something going on with Ape where they basically defied the market. So something to keep your eyes on um, when cryptocurrency tokens and coins can do that. Um, there's usually something behind that. Um, have a look at Gala. Here's your ETH dump, guys. There's your stabilization right there between that 4.3 and 4.1 level for Gala. Right now they're sitting at 4 cents, about 4.1. And since the ETH dump, they've been between 4.3 and 4.1. So they're just maintaining like every other coin right now. They're just maintaining. So so there is Gala. And I want to go back here to MetaMonkey because I want to talk a little bit more about MetaMonkey before we wrap this up here, guys. And we got my final thoughts for the day. Brand new project, guys. I know MetaMonkey AI doesn't look good to a lot of people right now because of the downturn, but I believe that this is a good opportunity for people to get into a project that's so early, and with so many different technologies. And they're working with Ennis Labs to create these technologies, and they're working, and it's not just a meta mall that they're creating. A lot of people think, but they're also looking at selling these technologies to people in businesses that need them, so that businesses and people that are building out metaverses don't have to pay for the technology that they currently own and to build themselves, but they can actually get it from MetaMonkey AI, which is a huge business savings for anybody who knows anything about business. So there's a lot going on with MetaMonkey AI outside of just a metaverse project. They're generating revenue outside of the tokenomics, and that's a big deal, and something that people should look at when they look at new tokens is how are they generating revenue outside of just their tokenomics. If the tokenomics are the only thing that's generating revenue for the token, probably should start asking more questions of the dev team. That philosophy has proven to be unsuccessful in the crypto market. And, these guys, MetaMonkey AI, bring something completely different to the space. Along with Koa Combat, guys. Koa Combat is another token that has a small market cap and small holders that is generating revenue outside of the tokenomics for the company, and then bringing it back to the token, and benefiting the token holders with true burns. And I know people don't like to hear burns, but these are true burns. They're not across the board burns, but these are true burns, buyback and burns. So they're generating revenue through their nutrition line, through their betting platform, through their paid per view MMA events, and all these other things that they have going on. They're getting ready to build out an island. They just contracted with somebody for Fight Island. That's going to be built out in the metaverse. So they're building a lot of stuff in the bear market, and they're generating revenue outside of just their tokenomics, guys. So these two projects, why I review them every day, is because they're two projects that know the value of money in our business-minded, oriented people that know that tokenomics cannot sustain their token for the long haul. And they've taken the steps to really bring revenue into their companies outside of that and be innovative in the process. Koa Combat's betting platform is very unique. It's not out yet. It's in beta testing. Dr. Nestle, go to his Twitter page. He put a screenshot up the other day. It looks very user-friendly. So these are things that when you're doing, we always talk about doing your own research. These are things that you should look at when doing your research. The wallet count on Koa Combat is at 801, and the market cap is only at about 2 million. Very early project, very early for people to get in. And for MetaMonkey AI, the market cap's around 3 million, and the holder count's around 1,200, give or take a day. That can fluctuate. So the market cap on these two are small. They're new, but this is why we review them every day. Just because they're doing things that other tokens are not doing, or that other tokens have talked about doing and have not been able to pull it off yet. So with that, let me give you my take on today. My take on today, let me stop sharing my screen here. My take for today, guys, is the market is in a good place right now, pre-market wise. 75 basis points is probably priced into the market, both crypto market and stock market, and they do run together, guys. So anybody who tells you that they doesn't know what they're talking about. They run together. So I think 75 basis points is already priced in. I think that if that's the case, you're not going to see a lot of market movement. 100 basis points will move the market. There's a very outside chance that you'll get to 100 basis points today. Slim to none, actually. But let's see let's look at that side of it. And if you do get to 100 basis points today, you'll see the markets dip pretty big. So that's kind of where that's at. But pay more attention to Powell in the statements after they announced the interest rate hikes. If he has a negative outlook on the market moving forward, you're going to see a big, huge dip in stock prices and market prices and things like that. So you'll see a big, huge downturn in the market, and it'll happen late afternoon because they're releasing the interest rate at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time, and then his press conferences immediately after that. So pay attention, look at the markets. If the markets go from green to red at about 2:30, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you know that it's going to be a long way down for the day. So invest in accordingly. But pay attention, know what's coming your way, know what to look for. So with that, guys, I got to go. I'm out. Got to get ready for work. Everybody have a great day. Probably see you again tomorrow morning. Bye.